Hey Fart fans, welcome back. It's Dave Sicily here, and yes, it's time for another round of crazy builds to play through Elden Ring with. And this weekend, I am doing the World of Warcraft Hunter. Yes, last weekend was the Ranger. This weekend, it's the World of Warcraft Hunter. What's the big difference between a Ranger and a Hunter from World of Warcraft? Quite a few things, really. Well, for one thing, they only use bows. Well, no, they also use guns, and they use crossbows, and they, range stuff. And then I know in the later expansions, they were allowed to use throwing weapons almost like bows would. But for the most part, they use bows. And yes, they did have melee weapons they could use for some minor attacks, but for the most part, bows, and bows. It's a bow build, is what it is. Unless you're playing like some of the really late expansions when they changed survivalists to be more of a melee build, which honestly I actually enjoyed more. My reference for what abilities to try and capture, like what to cover for the class, comes mostly from vanilla World of Warcraft. So if you're hoping for any really wild abilities or any really special things or like really unique spells from late in the game, then from late expansions, then forget it. I'm not doing those. I'm not even gonna do the whole like survival spear build thing. I mean, I have a spear, but no, I am not doing any of that late stuff. I'm also like, unlike Death Knights, I'm also not doing any of the three specializations. There are actually three hunter specializations. If you remember, let's see, I think it was Marksman, Beastmaster, and Survival. But really, there was so minor difference between the three of them. Like, I don't see much of a point. And when I was looking through my ability list, because I remember saying, oh, we can't do World of Warcraft Hunter because you need to be able to summon like one animal, like one strong animal, because that's how World of Warcraft is. You don't have multiple animals, right? And I was thinking like a bear or something, but then I remembered, oh yeah, you got this guy who appeared all the way over there for some reason. I don't know what he was thinking. Okay. Summon here. On this spot in front of me. You summoned over there again. Ah, this is gonna be fun. Anyway, it's the giant scorpion, so there you go. There's my big giant friendly pet. And now to go over build and stuff and armor and abilities, or at least all the abilities I was able to get a good many. So unfortunately, because this is don't have the 60 vigor this time, because hunters did not have that much HP. They're more of a squishy class, not that squishy. Well, they were less. It was less so much that they were squishy and more not squishy and more in the sense that they're very evasive, right? More mine, much more AP because there's going to be a lot of FP. I decided to have my extra points in endurance because I do plan to carry a lot of different equipment. Strength and dexterity because bows are across, very even across the board. Honestly, it's hard to get bonus damage in either of those weapons. And you saw the bow. I have a whole bunch of bows here, not just the one. I got a whole bunch of animals except Lieutenant. Why is Lieutenant here? Lieutenant should not be there. That's another thing about World of Warcraft pets. Unlike D&D pets had special abilities too, but the World of Warcraft pets always had like one secondary nifty little ability. So I decided to leave those animals. Like I could have used them in the Ranger run, but I decided to save them for this because it was more appropriate. I don't know what the Spider Scorpion special. I don't know if it has a special ability. I just like it as a big scorpion, but that sort of thing is definitely appropriate for these other animals. Dean, unlike the Stormhawk. The regular Stormhawk, Dean has that buff. The Jellyfish has the poison. Although honestly, I don't think I'll use it. I just decided to grab them. Rotten Stray has that special. Has the Scarlet Rot, even though I likely won't use it. And the Grave Bird has some heavy magic use. So I got some good options for the pets, thankfully. That worked out well. In terms of abilities, let's see what we got here. We have Raptor Strike. Yep, that's Raptor Strike. Actually, really depended on which class you played. Yes, I know it's called Lion's Claw in Elden Ring, but Raptor Strike, Lion's Claw. Raptor Strike, Lion's Claw. Kind of a synonym. synonym. Well, not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. They're kind of the same wording, meaning, and depending on which race you played, the actual attack, what Raptor Strike looked like, would look differently. But it would. I think there was one race that would do this. That would look like that when they used Raptor Strike. We also have Disengage. No, that's a bow. That's the bow again. Which, being represented by Bloodhound Step, it's more of an escape. It's meant to be more as an escape when I'm using this. I have Enchanted Shot. Make sure I don't use a regular. I have my Enchanted Shot. Let's replace it with Arrow. Enchanted Shot takes the place of Arcane Shot. Now you can Enchanted Shot, Arcane Shot. Again, that synonym thing going on there. And let's see if I can... I don't know if this is necessarily the same, if it counts, but I have my Rain of Arrows. Or at least I will when I equip the right arrows. This is actually... So these arrows are going to be a pretty funny little setup here. But there's Rain of Arrows. And actually, I somehow managed to not hit myself at all. Cool. Although I do believe I can also put Rain of Arrows on the Great Bow, so I don't have to use that. Actually, I'm not really sure what the difference is between Radahn's Rain of Arrows or anyone else's. But I got Rain of Arrows for other things. So there you go. I got Rain of Arrows. I also have my traps for... Explosive Shot, I got Volcano Pot, not full Explosive Shot. Explosive Trap, I have Volcano Pot, which, while not exactly the same as the trap was, Explosive Shot actually did a fire damage dot, and that's what the Volcano Pot does. I have my Freezing Trap, which doesn't freeze enemies at all, but that's what I'm using. I don't have enough in this build to have a whole bunch of different spells, so the throwables are gonna have to take the place of the traps. I'm sorry, that's just gonna have to go. I've already got enough going on here, like to work in here. I have, what else do I got here? I have my, I have to increase arc a little bit. No, that's fine. The Serpent Bow takes the place of Serpent Strike, Serpent Shot. So there's my Serpent Arrows there for Serpent Shot. And of course, the number one thing any hunter must be able to do, any World of Warcraft hunter must be able to do. Feign death. That's right, we gotta be able to feign death. It will not work one tiny bit, but I just thought it'd be fun to have it. It'd be fun to have the option, even though it will not work one tiny bit. But there it is, that's Feign Death. And that's pretty much the build. And the other big one, yes, I said Feign Death, but the other big one that we all know is Hunter's Mark. So instead of Hunter's Mark, I did get Hunter's Mark to work, but instead of debuffing enemy to do like bonus damage against it, I have this. Now, if you don't know what that means, that is the Golden Great Arrow, which has a fun little side effect. It casts Divine Vow on anyone who if it hits any, sorry, words are hard. The Golden Arrow casts Divine Vow, or a lesser version of it, on all nearby allies. Right? So, whatever... If any ally is nearby when it hits, it'll buff them. It's not as strong as, Divine Vow, but it's like 10%. And in some ways, while I'm not technically debuffing an enemy to take more damage, buffing my allies 10% just for hitting a target with an arrow is roughly the same effect. It creates the same effect, right? So I figured that will be the stand-in for Hunter's Mark. my first boss. He's gonna be easy. You want to fight melee, do ya? Okay, yes you do. Oh, oh crap! I gotta take all this off of my. Yeah, I can do stuff too. Actually, you know what? Maybe Lion's Claw, Advanced Lion's Claw is not a good option. It's a little too... It's a little too much. Because Raptor Strike is only a single hit, right? So let's... Whoop. Oh boy, this is gonna be... This is probably gonna be a rough run. That took a long time. What have I been shooting at this whole time? I've been missing. Explosive trap! Ooh, he's in burning like they would in explosive trap. Cool, that worked. I mean, it's not really... Oh crap, that's right, he can deflect arrows. Now, even in World of Warcraft, spamming Arcane Shot was considered bad form. It was meant to be, I think, well, okay, not a mana dump. Yeah, that's really what it is. You're just supposed to use it if you really couldn't do anything else and you had the mana to spare. But spamming it was actually low, because it was not very high damage. Of course, that's exactly what I'm doing here, because it's kind of difficult. I apparently came a little short on my, ooh, it's taking a long time. Otherwise I would have put poison, used poison on him. So that's okay, I need like those 2 points of arcane, I'll get it soon enough. Ooh, unique opportunity. No, I just one-shotted him instead. Whew. I was hoping to like send him flying off or something, but oh well. Oh, okay, good. That hasn't appeared yet. Oh, I'm safe. I was worried for nothing. Where are you? There you are, Great Bird. Great Bird, I choose you. Thanks for that, hitting a wall. Ooh. Get away from me, you stupid little... Great Bird, where are you? Oh crap, I'm in lava. I'm pretty sure the fire pot is not going to work on you. You're moving too much. Well, normally I'm in your face, hacking you up. Well, that's a good wide swing. But... Brave Bird! Oh, there we go. But you're doing no damage, Brave Bird. Wow, nice little spinorama there. Brave Bird, do your thing. No, I don't have growl. No, wait, no, I'm wrong. There actually is a growl effect in the game. Might have to actually think about it. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. It would just affect me. It would just make me have aggro. Aha! I can feign. Feign death! Feign death! Attack the pet! Feign death! Shit, it's working! No, not really. So, I noticed I'm not the only one doing these builds. I mean, obviously, I'm not the only one doing these kind of builds. I don't have any kind of monopoly or ownership on the idea. I started doing this because I saw people doing, like, Wolverine builds and One Punch Man builds and stuff like this, right? And I'm sure there are more, but those are the ones you just saw the most. And then, of course, you saw the Crazy Bonks build. That was nothing special, but... I tried to do more interestingly themed builds. So, but anyway, so I'm not the only one doing these. And I saw. Let's just get this recording in. Did a video on Doctor Strange, a Doctor Strange build in Elden Ring. Now, I would never consider Doctor Strange, or actually a lot of Marvel characters. Let's see, what are my arrows? Do I have great arrows? I'm maxed out. Okay, definitely. I'm gonna top those up. Golden bolt. No, not the bolts, but anyway, this was a merchant I needed. So someone is doing a Doctor Strange build. I probably won't do a lot in the way of superheroes. Yes, I did Wolverine, but Wolverine's pretty damn simple, really, right? But I don't actually know a lot of the Marvel superheroes. Like, certainly not well enough to do many of these builds. Someone like Wolverine is easy as hell, but in general... I probably won't do any Marvel builds unless someone happens to suggest one and a sort of a way to make it work. But, you know, I don't know the superheroes that well. I mean, I thought I knew well, like, you know, Marvel Rivals. You know, there's always people like, oh, you know, make a list of, like, create your favorite character, you know, like try and create a character for Marvel Rivals. Like, oh, I can do that, and I did a lot of that, and I thought, and that was pretty fun, right? Ooh, these guys have been great for farming. I thought that was pretty fun, but then I actually looked up what kind of powers these some of these superheroes had, that even the ones I didn't really know, but I did like a chart anyway. And I was like, I don't know. They had all these other powers I didn't know about, like Kitty Pryde. I know about Kitty Pryde. She teleports through walls, but did you know she has a pet dragon? I didn't know that. Alright, let's take care of this guy first, and I will continue that thought. What's going to be the best thing for you? Oh, you're not going to give me a chance to think about this, are you? You know what? Bird should be fine for you. I'm not going to use any pots on you because you are not special enough. You are not worthy! No, don't attack them. Don't attack them. Attack him! Fine, keep attacking me. Let Bird peck your eyes out. No, I should get a few raptor. Well, I'll have all my raptor strikes and loot. Ow. That's not raptor strike. That's more like bear smush. But don't worry, I'm sure I'm eventually going to, like Radon, for example, there's going to be no way I can fight him with a bow. I'm pretty sure of that, so I'll probably have to be in melee, and then I'll be using raptor strike and all that crap. Oh, cool. Focus on the bird, not me. Oh, okay, he did. But yeah, bird, you can take a hit. Will you stop shooting light beam bolts at me? I am not liking how long this is taking. This should have been done a long time ago. Okay, good. Well, at least it went down. At least this is playing exactly like how a hunter would play in World of Warcraft. Honestly, if you decide to go, hey, I'm gonna go solo that elite enemy, right? That's exactly how this would go. Okay, so I stopped on the whole Doctor Strange video. So I started saying, oh, you know, you're not gonna do Marvel Heroes. That was not my point, really. I was getting to with that. So this person did a Doctor Strange video, and at first I didn't think, well, you can't do Doctor Strange, but someone found a mantle. There's a mantle in the game that looks quite a bit like Doctor Strange's cloak, and I did not know he had a whole whip thing going on. I mean, I know there's a whip in Marvel Rivals, but it's just like, you know, there's a little. Honestly, it looks more like he's just smacking people with a ribbon. But the fire whip apparently, or any of the whips in the game plus fire, you know, that covers it nicely. I'm like, oh well, you know, the guy did a good job there in terms of setting that all up, right? So like, good job, but I actually think the build was flawed. Not in terms of power or effectiveness, no, nothing like that. But the thing with Doctor Strange is, first off, I don't really know what spells he has, but by the sound of things, he kind of has every spell, really. So by making a Doctor Strange build and putting on the cape and giving him a whip and then just giving him whatever spell you freaking want, sort of undermines the whole purpose of creating such a very specialized build like that. So while he got the look down, and yes, the whip was a fun touch, I actually think that video, as cool as it was flawed, because there's no challenge. Like, the challenge in creating these builds is trying to stay really close to like what that character had. Like creating the World of Warcraft mages that I'm going to be doing in the next little while. I had to find like every spell that was at least close, that was like the spells from World of Warcraft, or at least functionally similar, like all these things. And that's what makes it fun, trying to capture like everything about those classes, or at least as much as you can, to like get a good, like a workable build going that restricts yourself to just those spells, because that's what that class did. But if all you're doing is just saying, you know, whatever, I'm this super character, and I just use whatever spell you want because it's the most powerful, and like, well, you're undermining the whole point of everything. Hey, Dragon Balls! Oh, I'm talking about the cartoon, kids! The cartoon! Anyway, so that sort of build, as cool as it was, undermines the whole point of these builds. So like I've said before, like one of the reasons why I don't like to use mage builds, because it ultimately boils down to I'm just doing a mage build, but maybe I'll have a specific look to it. Like, oh, I'm whatever mage, or I'm Gandalf, or I'm Doctor Strange. But I'm using whatever spell I want. I'm like, well, then you're just doing a mage build. Like, there's nothing special about what you're doing. I mean, it's nice that you may get the look down, but if you're then just using whatever spell you want, then there's nothing special about your build. Yay for the look, but no for the build. Like, it's like, look at me, I'm trying, like, I spend hours researching watching these videos to see, like, okay, what are all the spells in Elden Ring, and what are all the ones that can work, and then what are all the debuffs I can use to match the ability. Like, if I can't match the spell perfectly, what can I use in its stead that's like that spell? Like, for example, I can't use Hunter's Mark in... I mean, there is something like Hunter's Mark in Elden Ring, but I have to, like, turn into a dragon and breathe fire to do it. And that's so not a hunter, right? Even though the effect is similar, it's a little too bizarre, even though it's functionally similar. But what did I found in return? I found the golden arrow, or the great golden arrow, which actually gives you a damage buff if the arrow hits and anyone's nearby. I'm like, well, that doesn't debuff a target, but it does increase the damage of everyone around it, and it's functionally the same result. You're doing a little more damage to that target because you hit them with the arrow, and then like, well, there you go. There's a Hunter's Mark, right? So, but this guy doing the Doctor Strange video, could I use you? I don't know. I don't really think. Oh wait, I'm getting a damage bonus. Why am I getting a damage bonus? Where's the damage bonus coming from? Where's this damage bonus coming from? No, I probably hit something. Alright, no, I'm not going to worry about it. I got to look up later everything I can use to increase arrows. So yeah, it's fun. It's neat to see other people doing what I'm doing, even though I'm not doing anything original or unique. It just so happens this guy released the video like a day or two ago, but you know, with editing and all that, probably did it a month or two ago. I don't know. With that said, I'm not trying to bring this guy's video down. I'm just saying I wouldn't do something like that because it's not as unique a build as it sounds. It's not really a unique build. It's a unique look for a very standard regular mage build. It's not nearly the same as like pouring through every build, like the Frost Mage, the World of Warcraft Frost Mage. I thought was going to be, actually no, I shouldn't talk about the World of Warcraft Frost Mage. The Fire Mage is hard. Trying to find all the spells that Fire Mages have that work, that was tricky. I'm so happy to find a spell that actually mimics the Fire Mage's Pyroblast, or not Pyroblast, the cone of fire ability. It literally has a dragon's head appears and breathes fire. There's literally a spell like that in Elden Ring. Like, there, right? That's a spell they actually have. Okay, I definitely need this merchant. Wait, let me get my bearings straight. Oop, I ran by. I thought so. All that said, the guy did do quite the job editing the video, and I mean, it's an actual edited video that actually comes off as professional, so so that's definitely a lot better than anything I'm doing, so I mean, I can't criticize the guy. I mean, it's, as far as being a presentable, a well-presented YouTube video, it's far and beyond anything I've done, so I mean, it's gonna be hard enough, frankly. And there's nothing stopping me from summoning friends. I mean, actually, none of these people are specific. Like, you can't really look at a lot of these guys and think, oh, they're totally Alliance. Actually, okay, a couple of them are. But Blade and the giant pot, and, you know, I can say, actually, and then, you know what, even in that sense, it's like, this is clearly one of those actions where it's like, oh, the Horde and Alliance are teaming together to take out a wild threat, so I think this is perfectly fair. I mean, I'd just summon my pet if I could, but, I mean, they won't let me. Okay then, time for the big fight. Oh, is it even worth using this? I should give him a taste of his own medicine and use the Radon bow. You know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine. Where is the line bow, line bow, line bow? There you go. Alright, I gotta do great arrows. Great arrows. No, I am not gonna do the trick. Oh, wow. Oh, crap. He's coming for me! Don't move! Fine. Move. Just, you know. Wow, I should have done this earlier. Yes, I'm aware of the trick. I know the trick with Rain of Arrows. Okay? I spent 3-4 hours setting up the trick. I'm not doing it for this level of enemy. Ow. Okay, I should be just sticking to Rain of Arrows. It's, Oh, someone staggered him! Who did that? Is that Blade? Good job, Blade. Wow, I've never seen an NPC just straight up stagger him without barely any contribution from me. I mean, I did all the damage, but, you know, for a while there, I was just sitting there. I was lying on the ground. Where's that damn bird? Oh, crap. Feigned death won't work. Disengage does, though. Raptor strike, Raptor strike. Actually, I think there was a cooldown on that. Raptor strike. Wait, I should be using a trap. Nope, wait, not worth it. Didn't have enough HP to be worth it. Okay, there we go. But yeah, even in the female orcs, I don't have to think in terms of... I mean, yeah, the World of Warcraft armor is all just like cartoonishly garish at times, but not on the female orcs. They would actually be almost more normal size, so I can sort of get away with using more regular looking weapons and armor with this build. And plus, the bigger weapons and armor are like really heavy, and I'm like sporting like 3, 4, 5 different weapons just to try and cover everything. Okay, so this time we need someone who can actually keep him on his toes, but I'm still not going to use any real heavy, my best options just yet, because we're gonna want Serpent Sting. I should really use the Great Golden Arrow. So, or well, you know what? I should just use the Commander Standard. Let's see here. Don't ask how long it took me to get 100 Great Arrows, Golem's Great Arrows. Just don't ask. What am I looking for? Right, the Serpent Arrows. And you know what? To make this simpler, I'm going to get rid of these two and just have the one Commander Standard. Okay. That should do it. I don't think it'll overwrite that. Managing all these weapons is tricky. Whoa, why is that doing so much damage? Fine, you're going to stand there in one spot. Here. Oh crap. I should have waited. You know what? I think it would have been better to have Bloodhound Step. Why are you not casting? I didn't remove the other arrows. Oh, right. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Fine. Here. Explosive Trap. You can stand in one spot. I don't know what's going on with the game. but I'm gonna have to. Come on, Scorpid, attack him. What was my Scorpid's name? You know, I don't think I ever named my Scorpid. I kind of figured, you know, a bug would never really answer to a name anyway, so. They'd answer more to a fart than a name. And you think I'm joking, but I'm serious. Pheromones and all that. Oh, good. You lost interest in me at the exact perfect time. Hey, don't dodge. Yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of damage to the rallying standard. He died before I could test it. Okay, I think that is no point using the traps, really. I mean, he's a fire giant, so. And I know there's frost, but I think I'd need like 1,000,000 pots just to get this to go off. I'd rather just attack him in that time. Okay, now for arrows. No, 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 no. Actually, I mean, I should be aiming for the eye. That's the whole point of doing this, but hey, it's working. Ah, screw it. I'm just gonna spam this. Hey, this is one of Rain of Arrows was one of the World of Warcraft Hunter abilities. Ooh, but I am out of mana. Oh crap. Alright, enough of this. Yeah, sorry, I unfortunately don't have enough time to play with you tonight, so that was messy. Actually, I wonder if there were actually Stormhawks in World of Warcraft, like actually called Stormhawks. I think there was. Stormwind Hawk? Yep. That went how I expected. Wait, you're still alive? Oh, alright. Fine, avoid this. You're supposed to avoid that. I thought you were good at avoiding things. Fine, whatever. Just end it. You didn't know when it was over. Okay, next up. So I was gonna actually skip the dragon, but because he's a big boy, and I have a particular set of skills, weaponry, designed for big boys. There's no nice way that could have came out. It was there. Too many buffs. Too many buffs. Not what I was trying to do. Get him poisoned, as the poison will keep damaging even while he's flying around. Oh good, it triggered. Yeah, I know that got really messy and not arrowy enough, but I was out of mana, and I should have just restored my mana and, you know, not mess around, because obviously the rain of arrows would have killed him much faster. But again, I don't want to use too many of these. I need them for other dragons later. I want to be able to dodge. Oh, the dodging will be really important for after. And who will be our... You know what? I just want to kill him quickly. Let's do Dean. And if that doesn't work, Scorpion will have the HP to get through the fight, I'm sure. And, here we go.
Destined death. I will not have it.
Oh, that was fast. And he knocked the bird off. Okay, you guys are crazy if you expected me to do that whole thing with just a bow and no pet. So I have to use this instead to stand in for Hunter's Mark. Why are you hitting me? Shit. I literally saw the Scorpion hit me. Why do they generate no aggro, as we would say in World of Warcraft? I mean, I know why they don't generate aggro, but like, why does an actual animal, like literally attacking him, generates no aggro? Yet these stupid putrid corpses that do literally nothing are practically like bosses will stick them like glue, even if you're attacking them like crazy. Come on. It's too early in the night to get to have for my dodge button to stop working. Okay, well, this is gonna be the melee shot because this is feeling like it's really aggravating at this point. And again, there's not a challenge run. I don't have to beat anything with a bow. So this is meant to be fun, right, guys? It's supposed to be fun. And I'm not at the point yet where I would be willing to do challenge runs like that. Damn, it looked like the bird actually came trying to come to my rescue just then. We seem to be at that point in the night where I press the dodge button and it just doesn't respond. Actually, we are at that point in the night. Crap. I don't have any more time left to fight her. Oh boy. I'm pressing the button, like what the hell? Okay, I don't know anymore. Wow, I'm not even, like, never mind missing the dodges. I'm not even landing my attacks. Why don't I at least just beat him just at least once? Like, even, like, never mind with just beat him, period. Okay, whatever. This is a cursed run, cursed build for him. This is crazy. It's like everything's missing. It's dodge button's not working. It's just... forget it. It's just no fun anymore. So forget it. I'm not fighting him anymore. I don't got enough time for this. If I beat him, it'll be in the final video. But I don't even think I'll do that because no one watches the final videos anyway. So we're done with him. I got to move on. I don't have more time. I got 10 minutes left for the end of the stream. So I have to move on here. I gotta say, this build was fun at first, but I'm getting more and more bosses where the arrows do like no damage, or I'm having an instance where, and I got to go to melee anyway, and then at which point, well, I'm just playing like any other build, any melee build, right? Except, you know, I have low HP and armor and low poise. For some reason, these animals are doing like generating no aggro. A lot of the knights and soldiers and even stupid undead classes do just fine, but the animals are worthless. Except the stupid Stormhawk. For some stupid reason, the Hawk survives. Okay, well, I'm going to give Scorpion a chance, because the Scorpion is what's on the stupid thumbnail, to beat Moog, but I've seen the Dean beat Moog. So usually this stuff works fine against Moog. But I have no hope at this point. Okay, I actually have room to shoot arrows with him, but I have to spend a lot of time just using buffs. What was I saying about buffs before? Right. I find the whole idea of the buffs. Where's the Scorpion? I find the whole idea of games that spam buffs, well, for one, it's no fun to just stand there casting buffs over and over again. But it almost seems like, what's the point of them? Because if you are actually expected to... Wait, what am I doing here? If you are actually expected to use a buff, think about it. if your archery spec could have like a 10% HP bonus, or for some reason or whatever. Actually, I should clarify. I'm speaking more to like consumable buffs. Why not just increase the player's damage by 10%? Right? Like, what's the point of the buff? And what's the point of making the player like do this and that and get these farm these materials, spend all this time doing this and all that, and it's like, what am I doing here? Oh crap! I messed that up. Why am I not? Wait, where's the scorpion? It didn't survive? Oh my god. Come on, go into your kneel. Maybe I can do so much damage from this that he will. No, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to stupid melee again. What the heck? Starting to have that feeling that I had with Xena, where it was starting to feel like the build, like the way Xena was designed was to use the chakrams and the sword. But what ended up happening, because of the way the chakrams targeted things, it was busted for the most part. So I couldn't really use the chakrams. And so what ended up happening was I was basically just... Xena would just have the sword, and I would use the war cry attacks, but the chakram was essentially useless. And I started to get this feeling while playing her, like, well, what's the point of playing Xena? Because the core mechanic of what made that build Xena was busted, so I just couldn't use it. And I'm saying that because I'm starting to get that feeling here, because the bow is... the animals are useless. They don't generate enough aggro for me to just stand here and fire bow. I have to keep going into melee anyway, and starting to feel like there's no point playing this build. So, I mean, I can do it, but as far as just standing there shooting arrows, I mean, I'm sure there's some channel somewhere that's done it, but, well, A, I don't care. B, I guarantee you they didn't enjoy it. And this is supposed to be, these builds are supposed to be about fun for me. These aren't challenge builds. So it's starting to feel like there's no point in playing these builds. I don't know. Like, the Xena, I gave up on her. I canceled her. I think I turned her into Wolverine or something. Because it was like, what's the point? So hopefully that doesn't happen here, but I'm really starting to feel it now. We're starting to feel like there's no point in using the bow, because I'm just going to switch to my... I'm just going to switch to the axe anyway at some point. Why was that a one-shot? No, the blood, it was not the blood. It wasn't full. You see, the actual meter wasn't full. So why was that a one-shot? Oh my god, this build's cursed. I'm at end stream. I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm at the end of the stream. Wow, this build totally failed in the end. Not in terms of like I knew the damage was going to suck, but the animals are doing not holding aggro, and if I just stand there and fire arrows, I'm dead. It's basically suicide. Stupid YouTube and their rule guidelines. I gotta go on to Millennia because that's it. That's my time. So I'm gonna do what I did for the rest of them. They're all gonna get their shots with their animals, and if it don't win, then don't win. And there's this in this channel, in these runs, there is a rule for like I can declare a build. It's just not. It just doesn't work. I mean, it's this build versus Elden Ring, right? If it loses, then technically Elden Ring wins. That's a fair result. I'm not. These aren't challenge runs. I'm not trying to make sure I beat the game. Actually, I've beaten there are very few actual wins in reality. Now I think I've only had one of the Death Knights actually beat Radahn. Only a few beat. We never got to see if Ranger could beat Radahn because I had a power outage. The power went out right as I was fighting him, and the internet. And when my internet loses power like that, like unexpectedly, it won't turn on again for like an hour or so, like half hour to an hour. So it's like, well, it was 2:30 anyway, so I guess the stream's over. What am I doing here? I am losing track of. I don't know what to do anymore. There is no way I can even use the bow against Millennia. So I'm even going to bother. The animal is likely just going to cause her to regain all her HP, and I'm going to have to switch to a full melee build, or a full melee strategy. Is obviously what's going to happen here. Will she even let me summon? So Scorpion first. Can I even hit her with the bow, the arrows? I can't even hit her with the arrows. Yeah, actually they are landing. Oh right, enchanted shot. I won't say it hits unerringly, but it's much more accurate. Arcane shot, I should say. Arcane shot, not enchanted shot. Wow, you look funny with all those arrows sticking out of your chest. Whoa, it does that much damage? And unsurprisingly, my stupid dodge button is useless against waterfowl dance. Whoa, did that actually knock her off on her ass? Why did that knock her on her ass? Why did that miss? Actually, let's try those golem arrows here. Okay, well, they're definitely very damaging, but I don't have... Actually, no, wait, what am I saying? I don't have too many of these arrows, but that's why I farm them. Specifically for the fights against Millennia and Radahn. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what the problem is going to be here. I mean, unless I'm constantly spamming rain of arrows, or volley of arrows, then it's... yeah. But it looks like all I can do really is spam rain of arrows, volley of arrows, more accurate. I should really use that. Actually, no, she evades the pots a lot, so... and now they're hitting a wall. Get into that corner. Will reduce the amount of dodge abilities you have, your dodge options if you're in that corner. And of course, attacking the bird allows you to regain your HP, which is doing more than my arrows can do. Ooh, oh yeah, right. When they're in that corner, the lower ceiling allows the arrows to hit more often. Once again, whoa. Getting Mulaney into a corner is very helpful. You know, I can just get the second phase. I have a feeling the arrows will absolutely murder her in second phase. Because when she does the flower attack, that's a long time she's just standing there doing nothing. Oh crap. Where'd the arrows go? Did they hit? Oh man, that actually did not help just then. Come on, I just want to see now what will happen if I get into second phase. Damn it. Stay in that corner. Come on, finish her off. Yay. Okay, I really want to see what will happen in second phase now when she's just standing there. Or not standing there, but you know, What? I pressed the button. Why does the... oh my god. Is my voice just that bad? The dots, she recovers HP too quickly. You gotta do big damage and burst to have any real impact on Millennium. Stay in your corner. Stay in your corner. Okay, good. In the corner, that should be really focused. No, it was not. Okay, get her into a corner. You gotta get her back into a corner. Because we're never gonna be hitting her with arrows when you're in the open like this. Especially if she does something like that. Yeah. No. Oh, good. You're focused on doing on him. No, leave me alone. Somehow her having arrows stuck on her actually kind of completes the image. She's supposed to be this battle-hardened warrior, right? Who's just sort of locked herself away after countless wars or something. So her just walking around with arrows stuck on her, it's like, yeah, it works. I mean, of course, then the question becomes, why don't we just remove the arrows? But you know what I mean. No, don't. No, stay away from me. Stay away from me. You know, I gotta have some of these arrows left over for Radon, you know? Then again, what am I thinking? There's no way I'm ever gonna be able to hit Radon with arrows. Or second phase round. These are supposed to be for the big creatures, really. Actually, you know what? I don't need to use this particular ability with Rain of Arrows. Or with the Golem arrows, so... No, no. Crap, I don't want to use another set of Rain of Arrows when you're this low on HP. Okay, fine. Crap. The camera messed me up at that point. I couldn't even see them anymore. Okay, so at this point, it's basically... Oh. That's not a good camera angle. Not a good camera angle. Crap. I hope YouTube doesn't screw me over for that. Okay, so at this point... Basically, I'm just spamming Rain of Arrows because... Any other option does not work. Arcane Shot does not do enough damage to make a difference. Poison does not do enough damage to make a difference. What else? The animals, they actually do some damage to keep her busy. So thankfully that's nice. They're actually holding her attention, which is nice for a change. But the regular arrow damage doesn't make a difference. Basically, unless I'm spamming Rain of Arrows with the Golem's Great Arrow, because it's the only thing that has enough area to hit her reliably. So unless I'm doing that, I'm basically just going melee, at which point this build's meaningless because, you know, it's just not a hunter anymore. I'm not playing a hunter anymore. So, okay, time for round 3, the finale, and let's get into the sunlight here. So I am in the DLC now, and like in World of Warcraft's first expansion, pretty much everyone was going in with their fancy smanchy armor, raid armor, whatever, and one of those early hunter raid sets was this Drake armor. I forget what it's called, Drake scale armor, Drake this, Drake that, I don't know, but it was dragon scale armor that you got from beating Onyxia, I think? I don't know, where is that armor? There. So yeah, they had some sort of dragon scale armor, Drake scale armor, I forget exactly what it was called, but essentially it was dragon scale armor, and that is what I've got going here. I am a World of Warcraft hunter, I'm in the DLC, therefore I completed my raids and gathered my raid set. Wink wink. And now I have the armor. So this is it, this is the Drake scale armor. It just feels appropriate. We'll see how Scorpion starts out. Ooh, he didn't do the charge this time. Surprise. Let's see if his sides make it easier to hit him. Well, unless you gotta give me a chance to get a shot in there. Does the scorpion even hit him yet? Oh, I think he's poisoned. Come on, leave me alone. Get some aggro, you stupid. Oh, yeah, that was dumb. Crap! I pressed the stupid... Oh, whatever. Yeah, he's dead, he's done, whatever. Okay. Where's my souls? Runes, souls, whatever. We all know they're souls. I don't need to call them runes. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, warm up done, moving on. Well, that was close. See how it goes. Well, that was a real big one just then. Bird, you're stuck in a wall. Bird, you're in a wall. Shit, the bird's stuck in a wall. Oh, good. You're back. Yeah, I see my theory was proven true. The bigger the beast... Well, I mean, we already knew that... I'm sure everyone already knows that rain of arrows, or volley of arrows, as more accurate for this build, does quite the number on the big beasties. So this is not ideal. I should have picked a better voice. Now, in this case, I don't have to deal with poison, because I don't think it works on undead anyway. No, we're going to aim for your belly. We are going to hit you with holy stuff. Oh, crap. He's going to hit me with fire. Ow, 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 ow. Right in the kisser. Oh. I wonder what happens if I shoot it off beneath him. Oh. Okay, well, doing the extra holy damage doesn't seem to be making any special difference so far. God, I'm glad I can buy these arrows. Get back here. You're too far away. Oh, good. Just stand there. Shooting gallery. Fine. Just have a nice stroll. Oh shoot! I'm wasting all my FP. Okay, well, the holy damage sure isn't helping that much. Oh, cool. I get to see what that attack looks like from a distance, for once. Well, I guess I can just use regular shots. Right in the kisser. Ooh. Hey, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on his head. I'm stuck on his head. Ooh, that worked out really well. Okay. That actually worked really well. That's right. You go on another walk. I can probably hit you from here. I can't hit you from all the way over here, though. What are you doing? This time I'm not going to be wasting my FP on you. I'm just going to fire arrows, and I got plenty of these. Wait, I only have 12. Ah, it doesn't matter. Certainly enough to take care of you. I'm pretty sure a boss fight with a dragon in World of Warcraft did not go like this. Yee! Ow. Okay, it'll be really bad if this ended now. What are you doing, Dean? Just go get him. Taunt, growl, attack, something. I'm pressing the button. Well, okay, I don't actually have the buttons, but you know what I mean. If you played World of Warcraft, you know what I'm going on about. Just do something. Fine, I'll do it. This is definitely not a beast mastery build. Well, that was eventful. Damn it, they converged at the exact point I was running for. Ooh, brave bird, sorry, I wasn't able to get any shots off. I was trying to get all these damn crap buff going. And now I got her attention. Take so much damage with this build. I'm not using light armor. Yeah, I figured this ability would work really well on her. Especially once she starts doing floaty spell. Because then you can be able to air, unless of course I get knocked down. Okay, why is everything hitting me so hard? Oh shit. Crap. Oh good. Okay, it's still worth using arrows still though. Because you're big and you just kind of hold still a lot. You just need a good... That's what I was waiting for. I just wanted it to be over. But yeah, that exactly how I expected it to go. She's a big target and a big wide round target. So those arrows from volley of arrows were going to hit a lot, especially when she got in the air. Unfortunately, I didn't get too too many shots off while she was in the air because it was low on MP and mine and all that at that point. But when they did land, they did a lot of damage. So. Arcane shot plus Scorpid Sting, or what was the poison one? Poison Sting. I know I'm combining the two together, but like it's the only way I can get these abilities to work in this. So it's Arcane Sting. Yes, Arcane Sting. The two of them together. Actually, it's the Arcane shot is actually I don't actually have to change much because it's called Enchanted Shot in Elden Ring. That's like the same thing. So, oh wow, you completely missed. You whiffed on that. Like, oh, that was amazing. Hey, I finally evaded that stupid explosion for the first time ever. Yay! Oh shit, Dean, you're not gonna last much longer. Okay. I'd use some of my traps on you, but I mean, fire is not going to do anything, I don't think, and frost is. I'm saving it for a much bigger game. Hold on, Dean. I wish I could heal you, but there's no option that doesn't require a ton of faith for me to heal you. Okay, there you go, Dean. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry, Dean. But all the good healing options that are similar to what we actually have in World of Warcraft takes a lot of faith. Whoops. I literally had my hand off control at that point. Oh well. Oh well. That was unfortunate. But I am not. Yeah, I'm not going to do them again. Not important. I'm just giving it the the try. But like I've been saying, if they die and I can't use the bow, then it's no longer a hunter run. It's just another plain old melee build run, and then at that point it's like it's no fun anymore. Not one bit. He's good at taking hits, but that's it. He's got to actually attack to do any kind of to generate aggro, which he just has not done. What are you doing? Are you just going on for a little ride around? That's right, the bird's attacking you, not me. Arcane shot slash Scorpid Sting. Yes, it was the only way I can get them both into the game. Okay, what are you doing? Instead of going for a ride around again? Oh, wow. You kind of threw me off this time. Oh, Brave Bird, you are... Ow. Brave Bird, you are... Ah. I pressed the button, but I don't know, that ability... I used to avoid dodge that attack just by dodging into the stupid boar, which was stupid, but it worked, like, very consistently. Not working anymore. Okay, stop spamming those. See? And no, that actually hurt more than ever. But that's what I used to do, and it worked just fine. And for the longest time, I had no clue what to do there, because why would you ever think dodging into this charging boar would actually work? And he's dead. The bird is dead. Wow. Okay. So using that attack when he's charging and he hits you hurts you more than anything else. Okay, well, this is going exactly how I thought it would go. These kind of very mobile, they're destroying my pets. Oop, my door is all the way open. They're destroying my pets and it's just turning into a melee fight, at which point it's like, why even bother? What the hell just happened? What's going on? What the hell just happened? Oh my god, you know, I always say things like, why is the buttons not working? Yeah, you know, that's really more of a joke when I say that. But that really, truly happened. That actually was, I was hammering the button, and he just stood there. And I wasn't switching weapons or anything. He just standing there. Not attacking, not nothing. And I fired out the button, like, I was waiting, and I pressed the button, and he just didn't dodge. And then, dude, oh wow, that was bad. Wow, that's like probably the first time in weeks where I'm saying, I pressed that button, not doing anything. And I'm just joking, but that's like the first time in like a month where, for real, I pressed the button and it wasn't responding. It just didn't respond. Like, first time in months, that's not a joke. Whoa, that was really bad. Now I'm feeling a little freaked out here. Is my controller actually is the button starting to die? Because it was true. I was just doing this. That's it. That's what I was doing. I fired off a shot, but it was like at least 3 seconds. I was just doing this, and then, oh wow, it did it again. Just that first one, I pressed it, she didn't dodge. Ooh, what's with? Oh, there's a weird delay going on. What's going on? See, delay. No delay on that one. No delay on that one. There was a delay on that one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh crap. They don't make them like they used to, folks. Oh, you took a lot of damage. Oh, I switched. That's right. I don't have the enchanted shot at the moment. Okay. Here's a poison from the sky. Wow, you're not attacking. You're just sort of following me slowly. Here, explosive trap. Okay, when it actually works, what was that? He just sort of popped up in the air. Ooh, okay, finally. Everything works as it's supposed to. Oh, okay, no. I mean, I pressed the dodge button, but it was actually the knee that hit me, not the actual follow-up attack. Oh, you can't spin in the air. Well, I guess you do have a whole gravity thing going on, so I guess you can. Okay. See, that's when I'd place a trap. Or no, feign. Okay, you know, see if that will work. Feign death. Nope. Just dead. Just plain death. Okay, that's enough screwing around with the arrows. Actually, no, wait. Oh, boy. Oh! Did it? Whoa, did it stun him out of his charge? Did you see that? I think it hit him square in the head, and he just went. Wait, will that happen again? Yes, it did. Oh, I never knew that. You smack him right in the forehead as he's doing that charge, and it totally staggers him again. Okay, that just killed him. But wow, I had no clue that was a thing. I'm just saying, World of Warcraft Paladin in Elden Ring, I don't think it's going to happen. Now, who am I going to use here? You know what? That works so well against the other dragon. This is not the same dragon. This is probably going to be a crazy move, but holy crap, that did a lot of damage very quickly. So, let's get my fire resistance in. And honestly, it's just going to boil down to buffing up and spamming those abilities, because what's the point of using poison and all that other stuff when this is just plenty damaging? You're gonna come flying in now, yes. Please let me buff. No, you're gonna try and bind me. Haha. We're gonna aim. No, I want to aim for your body. I want to aim for your body. For your body. Not your head. Ow. Ow. Since I'm basically Egon at this point, I wish I could like hear his whole little spiel without actually summoning him. Because I'm essentially playing his role right. I'm using his weapons and his whole setup. But then I'd have to summon him, and I don't want to summon him. I mean, there's nothing against it. There's nothing in the rules that says I can't summon him. But, you know. I mean, he's... Okay, well, we summoned him with the Ranger build because he was the Ranger, like a D&D Ranger. His favorite enemy and everything. It was just, you know, it's all perfect. So I felt like I had to use him then. Because he was the only example of a character in the game that has favorite enemy. Because, I mean, take a wild guess who his favorite enemy is. In this, though, I mean, I guess he's kind of like a hunter. He's all bowy, but, you know, we don't have a pet, so, oh, shit. I've been screwing around too much. Instead of helping Deathbird, Bravebird, I should say. Okay, I do not want to go melee against Bale. Oh, shit. I need to concentrate. I am not concentrating. Oh, shit, he's dead. So... there actually should be chances I can get some shots off as well. Because he does stand around a fair bit. Granted, when he's standing around, he's doing that. No, crap. Fight. Right into your chest. Nope, and it. And the arrows are running around his head. I don't have too many of these arrows, you know. And I used up most of my golem arrows on Bloody Millennia, which didn't end up beating her because it was just, oh, 6,000. It was actually a good time to use the arrows, but I would die if I did. Here, I'll just, no. No. God, you're ugly. Okay. This is really tricky. When I'm not doing it melee, but I'm trying to avoid melee. I mean, I could totally beat him with melee. Okay, and he totally flew over my arrows. I don't think I have enough FP anymore. Yeah, no, I am out. So I gotta go melee. God, this is a messy attempt. It's actually not good to lock on with him because it makes the camera go crazy. Oh crap, no, that's not where I want to be. I'm stuck on his leg. I do not remember all my dodge timings again. Alright, you just use a shield. Okay, this is going like crap. But thankfully I have enough arrows for accumulating themselves. What the? Where do you go? Oh, you sneaky little bugger. The stupid bow, man. Switching between the bow throws me off so badly. Oh, this is terrible, horrible, horrible, horrible. I hate this. Well, you can forget about fighting Radon tonight, by the way, guys. There's no way it's going to happen. I still got to do Romina, and I'm going to give Mesmer a shot, but forget it. You can forget about Radon. Not that I think I could beat him, because there'd be no way, there is no way that I can, where am I? What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on his balls. There is absolutely no way to fight. Why am I wielding this bow? And this is a bit of a bug. If you have a bow in your hand, it doesn't matter which hand it's in. The game will want to use its special, the Ashes of War on the bow, no matter what, even if it's not in your right hand. And this has been a real problem with this run. And once again, okay, I'm at that. Well, okay, I've already established early on that the dodge button is not working. So it's almost like, why am I even bothering at this point? Why am I using the axe? I switched the. See, that's one problem. Like, just the quirkiness of Elden Ring is sort of messing up how a lot of this is working. Like, they don't really have a good UI for switching between weapons, honestly. This is actually the best chance to use when he does that, but unfortunately, he's using that ability. Oh, right. Can get under here. So then when he comes back, he's going to get one into the wall, and I'm going to get blown away. No, no, no. Give me room to work with. Give me room to work with. Oh, shit. That's the best time to use his ability. Why didn't it go off at the second time? What the hell? Where is that? Where are those bow arrows going? Why did they miss twice? Oh, shit balls. Oh, they at least hit in the air. Okay, that's enough. I gotta move on. I can't keep fighting him. I'm just gonna use a stupid axe. At least if I can get close to him, like, oh my god. Why is he dodging everything? Finally. Bows suck even when they're good. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Still, it's been bad all night long. Touch this. Just burn. You're right under a roof. So just melt, Romina. Do your thing. Do that little butterfly thing. Yes, this will murder you. No, it's not murdering her. Crap. For some reason, it's missing more often than not while she's in the air like that. Good lord, why is the dodging so bad tonight? Oh my god. Like, normally... Okay, I didn't even press the jump button just then. What the hell? Holy cow. This is a disaster. I'm not even pressing the jump button, she starts jumping. Like, what the heck? Huh? What the hell? Why didn't she take that hit? Oh god, this is getting weird now. There was at least 3 times she did attacks with buttons. I didn't even press the buttons, and she just jumps and attacks. I'm like, I didn't even press that button. What the hell? And I don't even mean like the queue up button thing, where it queues up attacks. I really didn't press jump that time, and she just jumped. And like, what the? I was like hammering dodge, and she starts jumping for some reason. And then she takes a hit with a little sliver of health left and does not... I don't know, this night's getting weird. I might have to just call this because it seems like technical difficulties. Okay, this switching weapon thing is throwing me off. Apparently I was holding my bow that whole time, even though I specifically pressed the buttons to do-hand the axe, but it just kept switching back to the bow every time I pressed the button. So, this is turning into... I mean, I knew this would be a mess, but switching weapons, like, rapidly is impossible in this game, because the funkiness with the whole two-handed, one-handed system is just really... Why do they do that? Why can't it just be you have a one-handed weapon or a two-handed weapon? That's it. You know, I know what the reasoning is behind it, but it doesn't change the fact that unless you're using just two weapons, one in one hand, one in the other, or like you switch to the other weapon and that's it, then this is like I'm trying to get... There's so many abilities in World of Warcraft I got to cover here, but it's not working, and like that. And the only reason it's not working is for some reason, even though you're supposed to use the weapon skill that's in your right hand, they changed that in a patch. I know, I tested it. In your right hand, for some reason, once you have a bow in the left hand, the bow overwrites everything in your right hand, no matter what. So I have to two-hand, or else I can't use the ability. Because that was the idea. I switched rapidly between my right-handed weapons when I want to use different abilities, and then I just switched to my two-hand my bow when I want to use the bow abilities, because I can't use the bow unless I'm from far range anyway. But because the bow abilities you always use the bow ability, even when you're using your right-hand axe, which is the way it's supposed to be, it throws me off because he immediately switches over to the bow, and I'm attacking with my axe. And wait, I have a bow, so. Okay, enough complaining, but I just. Yeah, this is so messy now. Okay, enough of this enchanted. Oh crap, I gotta. And I did not press that button. Why are you doing this tonight? And he can't even land all the arrows because he's too small of a target. Yep, so that ends it. Now I know you're probably thinking, wait, but what do you mean it ends it? You actually kicked his butt there once you went melee. I'm like, well, that's my point. Going with the bow, it was just made this so much harder. He's too bouncy, too mobile. The pets just can't stand up against him. Maybe an actual tanky pet can stand up against him, but no, not these pets. Not the actual hunter's pets. I had to switch full melee then, at which point it's like, I'm not playing hunter anymore. I'm playing just your standard lion's claw spammer build. So he basically proved, what am I even doing here? I basically proved exactly what I think was going to happen, because if Mesmer's like this, then Radahn's is going to be way worse. I mean, there's no way I'm going to get, the bow attacks are going to be too damn weak. He's going to absolutely obliterate any pet I use, no matter what. They'll just be gone like that. The rain of arrows is going to be useless because it's going to be, there's a high ceiling and they're two small targets. I mean, that's why I got the stupid golem arrows, right? To make it easier on those kind of targets, but I only have like 30 left, right? And I tried using a Millennia, and yeah, they're great on Millennia, but you know, in the second phase, then she gets mobile and then they're worthless again. So, and then of course I'll have to actually run to him. That's going to take like 20 minutes. So I think I'm just going to call it here. I mean, there's literally a question when I put in the description of these streams where I say, you know, can this build stand up against Elden Ring? So in this case, no, it cannot. I mean, yes, I got this far in the actually, I may have got this far in the game, but I didn't beat Millennia. I didn't beat Did I beat Radagon? No, I didn't beat. There were a lot of bosses I didn't beat. I didn't beat Moog. Yes, you can do a lot of damage with an arrow with him. The arrows are fine with him, but once you go second phase, then forget the arrows. Because wherever you're standing to shoot an arrow, he's going to put the blood fire, right? And then the blood fire has a really big radius, so you're just going to stand there and shoot arrows. You're just going to burn to death, right? So you got to keep moving around, and he's moving around like really fast. The bow was worthless against Moog. Bows just suck in Elden Ring. That's just all is to it. I mean, yes, this whole rain of arrows thing against really large monsters, very effective. I mean, we all knew this. We all know this is going. This game's been around for a long time. We know this, right? But as far as this World of Warcraft Hunter build, no. Builds just no. They're not. It's not a very good build for the sorting. Give me an actual like tanky pet. Different story. I'm sure with the golem or something, and something that could actually hold aggro, like the putrid corpses. I'm sure then it's a different story. Then we're talking, right? But this actual World of Warcraft Hunter build, no. And holy cow, the switching weapons left and right, and having to do hand my axes just to do the builds were really killing me here.